Well, thanks so much, guys. It's been so interesting so far. I'm Jenna. I'm part of OKRE. There are various interpretations of how to say OKRE. So essentially, I am part of a new charity that is spun out of the Wellcome Trust. And what we do is essentially bring together people who are working in games, TV, and film with people who are academics, researchers, and those with lived experience from all their little small worlds, which is how I'm looking with the theme, nice, to come together and actually learn from each other, work together, and hopefully create new projects that help people get a greater, more nuanced understanding of the world. As we all know, where people get their information from is generally from three places: their lived experience, so what they see around them, their education, and their entertainment. You know, the video games they play, the TV they're watching, and the films they're watching give a huge impression from your tiny world of all these larger worlds around you. And whether that world is that of a terrifying shark, like Jaws, to a complex view of history, a historical event, like something in Assassin's Creed, where you're climbing around a medieval city. People are having these windows into other worlds, but often the people creating them feel incredibly isolated. So, you know, you could go into a black hole researching a particular subject because you know that you want to create a game in that, for instance, but where do you start? And most people start with Google. And there are massive advantages to Google, of course, but there are disadvantages too, because you're not necessarily going to be able to reach the best possible sources of information. So, sorry, I've just completely confused myself. Can everyone hear me and see me? Somebody send me a message, because I just made the mistake of looking at the...
All good.
Good, fine. Great. So yes, on that note, ploughing on, what we do is try and bring people together in all these different ways. So four are kind of our main areas of work, which I'm going to try and whiz you through in time. One, and I'm going to drop some links into, this is how I confused myself earlier, so hopefully I won't do it again. I'm going to drop some links into the YouTube stream so you can have a look. So one area where I'm going to start is research. So we're doing some research into how the visual world helps clue people into the world around them. And what that means in practice is kind of how entertainment is actually affecting people. So if you have a look down, you can see we've got a load of articles on different subjects, but one that I think most people here will find interesting is a deep dive into video games and culture, specifically looking around the impact on climate change. So that was something that we worked with UKRI on. So we're doing all sorts of bits of research like that into actual impact. But the other bits, which are maybe people feel like they might be able to link up with me about, is our matchmaking service and our funding. Yes, I did say funding. We have money, always exciting. And our events program. So what that means in practice, so the funding, which I know you're all very excited about, I will talk about last, of course. The matchmaking looks like in practice, say you want to create a game and you're in that Google hole about a character who is a pilot in World War II. What we would do is you could approach us and we'll help you find amazing, diverse voices who can tell you more about that period of history. Now, that could be challenging what you think you even need to know about. I might introduce you to someone who's an expert on mental health and what it feels like for a pilot in a war scenario. I might introduce you to somebody who's done research into women pilots in that era, where maybe you didn't know as much about that. So it's about introducing you not just to experts who can tell you what to do or to correct your ideas and whether they're right or not. It's about discovery and imagination and finding totally new sources of information you never thought you would. The other way that we do that, apart from the matchmaking, which is a bit more one-to-one, are our event series. So every month from January, if you have a little look, and I'll drop a link in a minute, you can attend our development rooms events where development means different things, different industries, but in this context, what we mean is we'll have 5 or 6 experts from all sorts of interesting areas blowing your mind about a subject that you think you know really well and you might just hit a bit of a wall about. So examples are climate change, where like we had one event where, everyone just thinks about a polar bear sitting on a floating iceberg. Oh God, I'm about to go over time, so I'm going to really race through this bit. But that event had things like the fact that marijuana is causing new drug wars due to like potency changing due to the climate change and CO2 in the atmosphere. The money, funding. We also offer up to £25,000 grants. Yes, I did say £25,000 towards projects in their early stages that are looking to collaborate with researchers or with people with lived experience to create entirely new worlds. So new worlds born of lots of tiny ones. And I will drop a link into the chat now to tell you a bit more about it. But that is, I think, me to time.